Hello, fabulous whānau family and friends, and welcome to yet another exciting installment of the Stitchmaker's Guide to the Multiverses as presented by me, Kiska Bazaar. Yes, my channel is so wonderful. Thank you all for subscribing. It's wonderful that you guys have subscribed. I really appreciate that. That's awesome, and we just need a few more, so encourage your friends. Come on, encourage your friends. Get into some stitch making guide to the galaxy. Guide to the galaxy. Guide to the multiverse. Yes. Hey, so today I would like to say something about politics. Yes. As you may or may not be aware of, there is an election coming up in Aotearoa, New Zealand, towards the end of the year. I don't know the exact date, but I'm sure they will tell us on TV. October time? About that time, anyway, October time. So, right-wing politics, right-wing politicians. They are greedy, selfish individuals, yes. And I would beg you not to vote for them and to vote for someone else, preferably a party that has really good understandings on how we can fix the environmental problems that we're now facing on this planet, and where people are dying because of it, and people are losing livelihoods because of it, losing their homes because of it. Yes, so right-wingers, if you think back to when the Romans overtook England, and I mean England is my whenua, the place of my birth, where I was born. When the Romans came through, they were pretty right-wing about it, because they were like just taking over everything, people, the earth, everything, you know, building their buildings and just trampling over everything without any thought to how other people thought about it and what they wanted and loved and enjoyed. They brought all their gods with them, and you know, everyone had to start celebrating their gods instead of their own gods, because as you know, when you get rid of another person's gods, that's one of the best ways to undermine their culture, the culture of belief, the people's traditional beliefs, and what keeps them happy in life. So yes, so that is a right-wing thing. If you wonder about the difference between right-wing and left-wing policies and politics and politicians, just look at what right-wing politicians say. They promise you the world and everything in it, but they deliver only for themselves, because they're greedy and selfish, and just generally greedy and selfish. So you've got the Romans that came in and overtook England. Then you've got the English that came into other countries and overtook them, and that I really don't agree with. It's sort of like, well, why? You know, why would you want to come to a place and completely take out all of the natural trees and around everything? Why would you want to stop people living their lives in their own way, that they enjoy living it, that's good for them? Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to crush people and put them into boxes and turn them into slaves, which is basically what they do, what they've always done to us white working class, labouring class people, is, you know, like you only get a basic education and you're raised to go and get a job and do that job as well as you can, which is what I've always done in my life, I must admit, because, well, you know, you got to earn money to live, don't you? And also those right-wing politicians, they tend to award themselves lots and lots of money and lots of bonuses. Like recently they had in the news that ACC were paying themselves huge dividends and bonuses and that sort of thing, when other people on ACC just have to scrape by on 80% of the earnings, which 80% of minimum wage, it really isn't that much. If you get sick and injured or whatever during work, yes, it's not that much. But these guys, what do you call it, management up in the top there, they were awarding themselves like $400,000 bonuses for all the good work that they did. So yes, right-wing politics. It's like the National Party and the ACT Party, they're the two main right-wing parties, politicians in Aotearoa, New Zealand. They will not do anything for climate change. They will not do anything to help the farmers through climate change because they're not going to make money out of it. Hang on a moment. Pretty. No, they will not. The only time that they will do something about climate change and doing something to mitigate climate change is if there is a buck in it for them. That is the only time that they will care, is if they can make money from it. And as you know, look, we have messed things up on this planet. The human race has totally fucked it. You know, we have to fix what we have done wrong. That is the bottom line. We have to. If we want to continue on as a species and not look down the barrel of extinction gun, then we must fix it and each do our own little bit to fix it. We can, and we shall, as long as we're not, held back by these evil right-wing politicians. As you know, like, strong right-wing is fascism, and that is the core, at the bottom of all right-wing policies. I would not be surprised in the slightest if the National Party actually came about during the 30s in this country, or around about that time when over in Germany and Europe they were having problems with fascism on the rise then, just before the Second World War. I would not be surprised in the slightest. Look at the countries that came through COVID well. They probably had more left-leaning politicians in control. We in Aotearoa, New Zealand, we actually came through remarkably well with our financial doodads. Sorry, I'm not a financial person. I don't really know what to call these things, but our economy seems to be okay. And, you know, look, we've had COVID and now we've got the war in Ukraine. Putin is a right-winger. Look at the way he's crushing, he crushed the Crimea, and now he's trying to do the same with Ukraine. You know, like, guys only got the biggest country in the world. How much more country do you need? Greedy bastard. Yes, so with right-wing politicians, they have very pretty words and they know how to say things in a very pretty way, but no, don't believe it. You know, like, white men speak with forked tongue. That is absolutely, yeah, say one thing but mean the other. Oh my God. So yes, traditionally, people at the bottom of the spectrum, like myself, you know, people who are beneficiary class, labouring class and working class, we traditionally don't vote because it's like, well, what's in it for us? You know, just more slavery, paid pittance, living in our leaky homes and our cold, damp homes, and not being able to afford a home, having to sleep in a car. You know, that's homelessness. You know, that's, yeah, what do we get out of it? Why should we vote? You know, there's nothing to instigate a passion for voting in those of us that are beneath the middle classes. There's nothing about or I don't think there's anything about it, at school. I mean, what do they talk about at school now in regards to the differences of opinion and what politicians actually deliver on when they make their promises? You know, do they have anything like that in our lower class education system? I know they will do in the middle class and upwards, their education system, because those are the people that usually go into politics, isn't it? You know, the people that are the sons and daughters of lawyers and doctors and all of that sort of thing. You know, the daughter of a cleaner will probably not go into politics because it's like, well, it doesn't really mean much. You know, is there something going to happen sometime where we're actually going to go, aha, you know, and actually start voting in some way, shape or form that is good for ourselves, the environment around us, and the people who we are, you know, our friends, our whānau, our you know, in our community, our lower class community, is something going to happen that we'll sort of like wake up and go, actually I think I will vote this year, and the only party that seems to have anything to do with leveling the playing field, perhaps, between the haves and the have-nots, the entitled and the disenfranchised, is perhaps the Green Party, because, well, they are going to want to do something about climate change. Yeah, and also the what do you call it, tax, that you know, like the tax, you know, because a lot of the wealthy people in New Zealand don't actually pay much tax because they get their money from shareholdings and dividends and portfolios of property interests. They're the ones that have their fingers in all the pies to do with making money without actually having to go out and work. You know, while the rest of us are like slaving over a hot vacuum cleaner, breaking our bodies trying to keep things clean for them. Well, yes, I'm annoyed, quite very annoyed that things are this way. I know that I've always been this way, but I don't think that it has to be that way. I really don't. No, I don't. I think that we can make change, and we can make change to level the playing field between all of us. Just because those other people have always been in power, you know, like from the old days when it was just the white landowner males who could vote, you know, that has changed. You know, females have the vote. Some prisoners actually have voting privileges now. They're thinking about bringing in voting for 16-year-olds, and it's like, yeah, hell yeah, yeah. Because a vote makes a difference. It does. And if you don't want to see the benefits decreased, and you don't want to see working class and labouring class people have their wages brought down, which is what National has promised they will do, then vote for the other guys. You know, oh my God, vote for the other guys. You know, you can't sit on the fence. You know, you can't be, this year I'll vote for National and next year I'll vote for Labour, because it's two different things. You can't sit on the fence. You can sit on the face maybe if you want to. But if you sit on the fence, it will hurt your crack. So no, either one or the other. Right wing are liars, and they do whatever they can to destroy people's lives, and left wing basically are a little bit more humanitarian. Especially, yeah, like I say, if you go more left wing as the Greens, you know, like they seem to have more up here and in the heart to actually care for people and care for the environment, because let's face it, if we don't have an environment, then we got nowhere to bloody well live. So there. That's been my rant today. I hope that the right-wing people can change. Hell, anyone can change and everyone can change. It'd be great, actually change, yes, it would be great if the psychoanalyst type, psychotherapist type, psychologist type people could actually discover that the right-wing ideology is a mental health issue, like wanting to destroy people through fiscal policy. I mean, like, hey, isn't that like tantamount to murder? Like cutting down people's finances, isn't it? Anyway, I've been rabbiting on long enough about this. I hope you enjoy my rant. Yay! Don't forget to like and subscribe my videos, because then that helps the wee digital life forms behind the scenes, distribute it. I think it's worth distributing. Yes. Okay, you guys hang loose, take care, be thoughtful, be caring, dare to care. Yeah. And we'll see you all next week. I'm Kiska Bazaar. We'll see you later. Love you. Bye.